when I was driving down this evening to do the review, knowing that I wanted to come to Happy, I kind of had a load of things I wanted to talk about. But walking in this place, it's just everything's gone out the window because it's so strange, right? One of the reasons why I wanted to do this as a kind of more dead London tourist trap restaurant was because all throughout the outside for years they've plastered, I'm looking at them now, best restaurant in London 2022, 23, 24, you know, and if you Google best restaurant awards, comes up with hits from Time Out, but not really much else. And I was kind of ended up going down a due diligence rabbit hole of kind of like, well, what if the CEO of Happy PLC runs the British Restaurant Awards? So it's strange here. It's very, the atmosphere is really good. Like it's really, yeah, not what I was expecting at all. Like it actually does seem like a genuine, if you came here as a tourist with your family, it's really, it's interesting the way they've done it. It's kind of, there's a lot going on. You'd be I think it's one of those places where it's kind of like you could imagine the kids going the next day, oh, can we go back to Happy? Can we go back to Happy? Haven't tried the food yet, but then kids, that argument probably still stands because kids aren't that thoughtful about what the food is like. Anyway, let's have a look through the menu. Now the menu is kind of all pictures, which I was like, that's a bit strange, but actually like kind of makes sense if your primary market is not people who speak English as the first language. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so the menu, there's lots of it, right? And lots of different kind of world foods. Yeah, like everyone's going to find something they want to eat here, right? Which is interesting because obviously my thing is more about, this channel is really more about dining solo than dining out with a family, but I've got to acknowledge it. I think this place has landed coming out with a family, right? The pricing, a little bit spicy. Sorry, hilariously, someone just threw some stuff at me. But realistically, the menu is priced so that I can't get a couple of starters is going to hurt. The starters are like a tenner each, and I'm just wondering what value I'm going to provide to everyone if I do that. Okay, right. I think I know what I'm going to do. Sorry, this British Food War thing is really bugging me. So one thing I should say, best restaurant in London 22-23, best restaurant in England 24. And it is everywhere. Like it's on the walls, all the staff have got it on their uniform, like the wallpaper, the works. Like they are obsessed with this award. I'm not personally, I'm not going to hold too much stock in it. It does look a bit like somebody's might have gone, we're going to set up a food award program, and somebody's gone, this seems like a decent thing that we can put on a restaurant to get trade.
A few moments later.
So interesting. I've got some food. It's not the food I ordered. So they delivered a salad, which looked really nice, but I didn't order an avocado salad. I don't want an avocado salad. But the plan was I was going to get chicken strips. The person asked if I wanted it as a starter. I said yes, I do. And then I've got the main, but I'm not really ready for the main. Also, I need some sauces, and because it's all got a bit confusing because the order got. I now don't have any sauces. I do have some chips though. Let me see what the chips are like. But I haven't got any sauce. How am I going to say? Try this big chip. So the chips. Oh man. Yeah, like there's one big chip in this basket. Oh, it's not a big chip. It's okay. I've got to. All right, hang on a sec. Hang on. So I'm not sure how well this comes across on camera, but these chips are curved. Like they're not thick. They're French fries, but flatter and curved. Okay, I mean, fine. All right, I'll try it. Okay, here goes a chip. Yeah. No. for all the best restaurant in London stuff, I would fully expect a van parked on the corner of Leicester Square to give me better chips. Yeah, they're okay. I see. So I'm going to try this sandwich now. Let's see what that's like. And again, it's helpful because it's finger food, so I can do it well on video. So yeah, I like it. It's nice. I mean, I would have it again. The flavours are nice. It's kind of generously filled. It's not super warm. It's like a little bit cold. Yeah, it's okay. But I want my chicken strips, so it's all got a bit awkward. So I've munched my way through half the sandwich, right? And difficult. This sandwich is me. Like, this is exactly, if I was at home and I was going to make a sandwich, I'd hope it came out like this. I'd be sitting there telling everybody, I just made an amazing sandwich for lunch. It's really good. It's the flavours are good, texture's good. But it's very to my. It might be to your taste as well. It's really to my taste. Still haven't got the chicken stuff, and it's been a while because I've eaten half the sandwich and I've eaten half the chips. But yeah, I'll check back in when I've got the chicken tenders. Tenders have arrived. I would say the chips are really Moorish, but I think they're Moorish because they've got a lot of salt on them. They're not very, I don't know. I know I keep banging on about the chips. I think it just feels like a central part of their offer, that's all. But yeah, they're fine, but they're Moorish because they're really salty. All right, let's try these chicken strips. So I'm looking forward to getting back to the sandwich. Here we are. So chicken strips, we got, well, that's peculiar. So there's like 2 normal sized chicken strips and 3 fragments. So I kind of generally don't know what's going on there. I need to give it a fair shout as well. Let's try the chicken strip first. Yeah, that's actually really good. That's like yeah, that's genuinely satisfying. Let's try one of these smaller fragments. It's not be a big surprise. That's 90% or 80% batter. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to munch through the rest of this, and I'm going to watch some YouTube, and I'll catch up with you when I'm done. So I've come to the bar at the W to kind of wash up what happened there, which is a place so different, I think I'm going to give myself whiplash. Such a strange restaurant. So, like I was saying before, my whole thing is kind of like, actually, if you're dining solo, that's a very different experience, right? But that restaurant is a really good family restaurant, and I suspect they land it. It really feels like the kind of place where if you come to the UK with your family when you're maybe 12 or 13, you know, and you go for dinner, in a couple of years' time, you'll probably be saying to your parents, oh, where was that place in London we went to? I really want to go back there. Like, it was very... They had fully stuck the landing on that, I think. As a solo diner, it was kind of... Fundamentally, the problem with Happy is the price. Like, it's... What they're doing there, they've got... It's like a curate's egg, right? Parts of it are really good, but I think the mix of what they're doing isn't landing in terms of a restaurant experience. For example, that Coca-Cola they sold me was $3.99. That was a can, just a retail can of Coke, $3.99. I know they're doing it through the bar, but at the same time, they've got a bar, just put a draft product on, right? Some people don't drink, I don't drink, so it's kind of like, you know, it's going to sound really stupid, but a really well-executed Coca-Cola if you don't drink, it's kind of relevant, right? $3.99 too much. Actually, when I first looked at the bill without my glasses on, I thought it was $1.99. I thought, okay, fair enough. Those chicken tenders were $9.99, 10 quid for a starter. It's too much. It's too expensive. That sandwich was $16.99, or $17 for the sandwich, and £5 for the chips. Sorry, I've just realised what chips they gave me for that £5, and I kind of feel a sense of rising indignity. Yeah, it was. What was really peculiar about that is it's kind of like that sandwich and chips combo. If you went to like a normal cafe on any high street and they had an interesting kind of ground beef sandwich, good quality cheese, packet full of flavour, really interesting bread, cook it well, do it with a side of chips. For a lunchtime kind of $9.99, $11.99 kind of thing, really good, really good. But for the so all in, that was £40, 40 pence. Yeah, so let's sort of break it down, because I've done this slightly upside down. The ambience actually was great. Even for a solo dine, it was interesting. The environment was interesting. It was busy. It was bustling. It was right in the middle of kind of town. It was the middle of everything. I didn't get any video going back, because I never like recording video of people when they're dining. And some YouTubers, I've noticed, they'll do the video. They'll go when it's quieter and get that kind of feel. It's dead quiet in the W bar for some reason, but it always is quiet in here. Anyway, what would I say for the ambience? 3.5. I'm going to say 3.5 for the ambience. Service, yeah. Oh, service wasn't great. It was the people who served me were really friendly. I think the main person who was looking after me, they weren't that come across as being particularly interested, right? And I guess that I felt more like I was looking after them in trying to be a good customer. And I think that really let it down. The food, they obviously brought me the wrong food, and I had to wait and do everything out of order. The wait was really long. I'm going to do 1.5 for the service. I think, no. The food, I'm actually going to do that for. I thought the food was actually, again, it's kind of, it reflects. Now I'm doing a few more of these food reviews. It's difficult because it's like, it's not a Michelin star place. It's not a really good restaurant. It's kind of cheap, kind of family food. It was good. That sandwich was great. Like, I would love to make that sandwich. I wouldn't charge my worst enemy what they charged me for it. But yeah, I'm going to give the food a 4. Right, price 1 out of 5. It was exactly what I was expecting from a tourist trap restaurant. I think, without prejudicing what the review was, that was a very expensive meal out. Yeah, that was too much. So what are we talking about in scores? So that comes to 2.5, which I think is obviously a very low score. But I think where I think they deserve that score, because even if I think about actually, I'm not the target market for that. So should I can only review what I see, and I can only take the experience I've got. But it's kind of, I think it's the price that really lets it down. The service, the service felt like there was more operational problems there. I think possibly I'd ended up with someone who wasn't particularly desperately in love with what she was doing that evening. Very interesting that it won London Restaurant of the Year for 2 years running, and then English Restaurant of the Year in 1 year. It's like, I'm not convinced. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.